When we think about business coaching, we often think that business coaching is for a business owner. And yes, it is, but it is also for your team. Today, Coach Mel McKibbin shares that to build a profitable enterprise that can work without you, you're going to need to build a winning team. She talks about a strategy called the 6 keys to a winning team. Mel, tell me why you became a business coach.
Why did I become a business coach? I kind of fell into it, if I'm honest. I kind of grew up in the corporate world and always wanted to be a business owner. And when we had the opportunity, our local gym came on the market, and we did our due diligence and bought it. And it was part of a franchise. And when we decided to buy that business, my plan was always to be the business owner. I am not a PT. That is just not me. Did enjoy coaching the women from the coaching point of view, which is interesting that I'm a business coach now. But I kind of had my team to do that, and I got really involved we had a New South Wales ACT co-op for the franchise group that I was a part of, and I became the president of that. And I realised really quickly how many women there were in our business, in our franchise, that were really good at working as coaches and with the health and fitness, but didn't have a lot of business acumen. And with my background, and I had a bit of a learning and development background, I kind of organically started coaching them. And then on a bit of a more personal note, in 2017, I was diagnosed with melanoma. So 38-year-old woman, a wife, a mother, a business owner. I had 5 or 6 staff on the books at the time. We had over 200 members that all relied on me or my business to open up for their health and their well-being. And I was actually in a situation that I could physically and mentally step out the day that I had my diagnosis and focus 100% on doing what I needed to do to fight that fight. And so many people don't have that, or they are stuck in their business. And so it just seemed natural for me to go into being a business coach and help people to have a business that can run without them. So yeah, it's I kind of
Talk to me about, because you get to speak to hundreds of different business owners that are really stuck in their business. What are some of the things that you see business owners, why are they stuck working in their business, and what's different to how you had set yourself up in yours?
I think that there's the 3 ways that people learn: auditory, visually, and kinesthetically. And I'm a real kinesthetic learner, and that's how I learn. I was never an ace. In fact, I was lucky to be a C grade student at school. I don't learn the way they teach at school, but when I was given the opportunity to get into the workforce at the age of 14, I loved it, and I just wanted to learn more. And so I was really lucky that I worked my way up through the corporate world and really got to see what business actually is. Because strip away our products and our services, the business is the same no matter what our product or service is that we're offering. It's still the same principles. It's still the same challenges. It's still the same everything. We need to know our numbers. We need to have structure and team and systems and processes and all of that kind of stuff is all the same. It doesn't really matter what business you're in, which is why I guess purchasing the gym that we did kind of made sense. It also gave me, I had our daughters, we have twins. I think they were about 3. No, not quite 3 when we bought that business. And the plan was to give me the opportunity to be a mother, because the corporate job that I was in, whilst I loved it, and I worked with the biggest airline, my client was the biggest airline in Australia, and I totally loved that. I wanted to be a mum. I wanted to be home. I didn't want to be traveling. I wanted to be able to go to the school functions and all of that kind of stuff. And so for me, the way I could see that was my business could be the vehicle that could support us financially, but also give me the opportunity to be the mum as well as a business owner, because, hey, us women can do anything, can't we?
Mel, you mentioned VAC, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and I'm kinesthetic too, so I relate to that. For people listening that don't understand the VAC learning style, and you come from a learning and development background, share with me different learning styles that people have.
So when we look at VAC, and I often will position this in all of my workshops, because you always hear about death by PowerPoint. But I'm a real one to have that PowerPoint happening behind me when I'm presenting, because some people need to actually visually see and read to take in and absorb that information. I speak, obviously, because that's what I do. Other people take it in auditory. I guess it's even the way the world is now with having audiobooks as well as books, because you're kind of feeding to both of those, visual and auditory. And then your kinesthetic is a real getting your hands dirty, getting in, touching, feeling and doing. So in my workshops, I really get people involved. I make it very interactional so that everybody is covered.
So thinking about different learning styles, when it comes to team, why is it important to understand your team's different learning styles on an individual basis?
At the end of the day, we're all human and we're all different. So we use disc profiling with all of our clients to really dig deep into, even to the extent of what actually motivates our team, because we are different. We all learn different. We all behave differently. With your disc, you've got your D for your dominance that are kind of that shark. You have your I, which is totally slips my mind right now, and I am one. What was that? Sorry? Yeah. People, yeah, absolutely. So that's more your kind of dolphin person. You've got your S for steady, which is your whale, I guess you could say, the slow and steady. And we have our compliance that are really into the intricacies of, needing to know the ins and outs of everything. Now, if I use myself as an example, I have hardly any I in me, but I am extremely... sorry, hardly any C in me. I'm sorry, hardly any C. I am full I, like next level I. So in my disc profile, I have a lot of I and not a lot of C, which is compliance. So I can run off and move forward with a lot of things, but don't have a real lot of attention to detail. So for me, it's really important that my team members have that quality in them, because that's what's lacking personally for me in my business. Because you're not going to want to put someone who is very high C or very high compliant out the front, in front of everyone running the workshop. They need to be the person behind the scenes that are making sure that everyone's booked and everything's in order and the agenda's ready to go and all of that kind of stuff. So it's adapting that to different businesses as well, having the right people.
Hats off to you for committing to your learning by listening to this podcast. And if you'd like some help implementing some of these strategies, then click the link in the description to find your local action coach. They can help you put these strategies into action and take your business and your life to the next level. In the meantime, like and subscribe so that you're the first to get our next episode. We'll see you soon.